Hello, my name is Pedro Heredia. I'm a lawyer and specialized on immigration law in Spain. Today, I'm going to explain you briefly what the Golden Visa offers to everyone who wants to invest and get a visa in Spain. Well, you can see this presentation, which starts with the Spanish Investment Visa. So the Golden Visa is an investment visa where you can invest in Spain and acquire a visa. One of the main objectives of the Golden Visa is obviously to get the visa, and there are some requirements in order to obtain it, and some other conditions. Let's focus on the ones who want to invest on property, which is the minimum requirement on investment in Spain. Investment on property arises to 500,000 euros, as you can see in this slide, and the visa grants you the right to live in Spain, to reside in Spain, and to travel into Europe. So first thing, the requirement or the minimum requirements on investment on property is 500,000 euros. I will explain later. There are some other investments in order to obtain the Golden Visa in Spain. But first thing, property 500,000 euros and allows you to live in Spain and travel into Europe, which at the end, which countries you will be able to visit once you obtain the Golden Visa in Spain. So these are the countries that you can see that you will be able to move around Europe with some limitations. These limitations, as you can see in the slide, says move freely for a maximum period of 3 months into a 6 months time, into a 180 days, into these member states or the Schengen area countries. Okay, let's see which are the requirements to obtain the Golden Visa. I have explained this in many other videos in many times, but I'm going to read it literally what it says in the slide. What it says, I am not resident in Spain. Obviously, this is one of the first requirements in order to apply for Golden Visa. Because if you are European Union citizen, if you are from, let's say, Belgium, Sweden, and France, obviously the Golden Visa is not the vehicle in order to obtain this kind of visa. For immigration in Spain, there are like two kinds of queues. One is for European Union citizens and the other one is for non-European Union citizens. In this case, for Golden Visa, you don't have to be a European Union citizen. Obviously, you don't have to be resident in Spain. If you are resident in Spain, obviously, you have already applied, you have already obtained the residency in Spain. So this is a situation where the Golden Visa do not work on this situation. You could change into residency into a Golden Visa in order to maybe not be resident, but I'll explain later what are the convenience or inconvenience applying for Golden Visa and regarding residency and tax residency. Okay, first requirement, as you can read, is I'm not living in Spain illegally. If you have lived in Spain, there is a file opened against you, or you are living at this time illegally in Spain, you will not be able to apply for the Golden Visas. Will be recorded, will be checked, and obviously will be rejected to obtain the Golden Visa. Obviously, if you are, you need to be older than 18 years old. Obviously, if you are lower than 18 years old, you will not be able to obtain the Golden Visa. I would say one of the most important requirements is no criminal records for the last 5 years. 5 years in the latest country you've been living. So if you've been living in a country in the last 5 years, the criminal record must show those 5 years. If you have lived in 2 different countries in the last 5 years, you need to show those criminal records for those countries. Okay, and again, the Golden Visa allows you to live in Spain. The Golden Visa allows you to travel into Europe. Golden Visa allows you to be resident or even not be resident on tax purposes. But you have to show to the Spanish authorities that you have sufficient money to live in Spain. What does this mean? Well, sufficient money to live in Spain, there are some scales and some amounts. The minimum amount for one person is, I would say, approximately is around 27,000 euros. If it's two people, for example, a couple, a married couple or just a couple, it would be 34,000 euros totally. So it will be 27,000 euros plus another 7,000 euros. If there are other family members, let's say children, will be plus 7,000 euros each one, okay? So financial means, criminal records, not being resident in Spain, and not to be European Union citizen, okay? What does mean me and my family members? Because whenever you make an investment, you as a principal can apply for the golden visa, but also can be included, as we said, the family members. So what does this mean? I mean, can be applied the spouse, which is a principal plus the spouse, or partner. There are some concepts about partner. I mean, you are inscribed in a civil registry, like civil partnership registry. And children less than 18 years old could be also attached, or if they are over 18 years old, if they are economic dependent. Okay, also parents, but must be proved and showed that they are dependent economically, and also, I would say, health. For health reasons, depending on the principal. What kind of investment are you interested? I will be focusing on the property because it's the minimum, and I would say is the 95% of the golden visa are applied through this investment. 500,000 euros is the minimum investment on property. There are some other modes, like that you can read: buying shares valued in 1 million euros, investment in 1 million euros in a Spanish investment fund, bank deposit, 2 million euros on a Spanish public debt, or also a project with a general interest as an investor or as an entrepreneur. But let's focus on the investment on property. Let's focus on the 500,000 euros investment. Must this investment be made to one property, or can be made through like different properties? Obviously, this can be made through different properties. At least as you show and prove that you have made an investment of 500,000 euros, you will obtain the golden visa. So you can buy, let's say, 5 apartments, 100,000 euros each one, and you will get golden visa. So do not have to be like a property over 500,000 euros. It could be anyway, but you have different situations where you can invest in different properties, in commercial, on land, on a country house, whatever. Okay, on a garage, anything that is property. What documents should I submit? What documents do I need in order to make the application, to submit the application? Obviously, the passport, and in all pages, and one of the requirements is also important is have access to the health system through public system or through a private insurance in this case. We at the beginning, to start and to make a submission of the application of golden visa, we recommend to do it with a private insurance. And once you are in Spain, if you live, or once you have access to you have the right to have access to the public system, then maybe to change into public system or have both in this case. Okay. The criminal records. Criminal records is a document you obtain in your home country, and if it's not in Spanish, then you must translate it. And before translation, you need to legalize the document. There is a convention on the Hague Convention 1961, which in order to legalize this public document, you need to apostille, which is like a stamp, that you legalize this document in order to be able to be, let's say, effective in Spain. Okay, in order to show the financial means, how do you do that? Okay, well, you just show the bank statement, you show your savings in order to prove that you have access and you have enough or sufficient money to live in Spain accordingly to the figures that I said before. 27,000 euros one person, 34,000 euros two people, and well, 7,000 euros each family member. Okay, and obviously, as we are in a golden visa, and it's a visa that you obtain a visa to enter in Spain, allow you to live in Spain, well, you must prove that you have made an investment. In Spain, on property, When you buy a property, the most efficient way to show that you have made an investment, obviously, is to make and to show that you have a deed in a notary office where you have invested and made this investment. The proof that we submit into the application form for the Golden Visa is really the land registry, because the property is after that is inscribed into your name in the land registry, where it shows the investment made and obviously the ownership that you have bought these or those properties. Let's go to the following slide. I mean, as I said before, you will be able to work in Spain and live in Spain. Do you have the obligation to live in Spain permanently? No. You have a minimum requirement to be 1 day in Spain. What if I obtain a Golden Visa? Would I be subject on taxes in Spain? No, unless you do not live more than 183 days. Let's put an example. You buy a property, you made an investment of over 500,000 euros, you obtain a Golden Visa, but you do not live in Spain less than 183 days in Spain. In those cases, you will not be subject to taxes in Spain. You will not be subject to declare your worldwide income and any other obligations or informative obligations that you may do. If you live less than 183 days and you have made an investment, a property, you will have to show a non-resident tax because you own a property, which is a small tax, but it's an obligation to submit it. And you will not be attracted to the tax system in Spain. But if you live more than 183 days, then you will have to declare your worldwide income, declare your income in Spain, and pay taxes accordingly. Obviously, declaring and pay taxes accordingly to the international double taxation conventions in order to avoid double taxation. Okay. Authorization of residency and following renewals. Okay, well, to obtain Golden Visa, or the authorization or the period of time that you're going to apply for is for 1 year, and then it's plus 2 years, and then it's plus 5 years. Can this be made in your home country, in the Spanish consulate, or you can also do it in Spain? If you do it in your home country, you start the period of 1 year, and if you do it in Spain, it will be directly for the 2 years period. Important to renewals, obviously, is that you need to maintain the investment. I mean, if you have bought a property or different properties, obviously, whenever you are going to renew it after those periods, which I will show it in the following slide. Obviously, you need to show that the investment that you made is still maintained. That doesn't mean that you have to have the same property or the same exactly investment. You can change the investment. You can change property, sell property and buy another one, or just sell the property that you invest and invest in bank deposits, for example. So you will be able to change the investment, but the meaning of maintain the investment is that you have to have an investment covering the minimum requirements, as it says the Golden Visa. Okay, and as I said, period of time is 1 year plus 2 years plus 5 years. So if you start for the 1 year, then after 1 year you need to renew it, showing that you are maintaining the investment, and then after 2 years again you have to do the same. Or if you are in Spain, because you will be able to make the applications in Spain while you are here, while you buy a property, for example, and then will be for 2 years and then renew it for the following 5 years. Okay, and there is no need to be resident in Spain, so that's a flexibility that everyone is being attracted. You don't need to be resident, so you don't have to declare your worldwide income in Spain. You have the possibility to move around Europe, as I said, in the Schengen area. And this kind of application, while you made the investment and all the documents, criminal records, the healthcare policy is done, and you show your financial means, everything correctly, is given between 10 and 20 days. Let's go to the following slide. It's automatically. The resolution is in 10 days, the investment visa. Right now, the days that we have is between 10 and 20 days. And it's absolutely straightforward. I mean, there is no, as much as you prove the investment, you will get the golden visa. Okay, well, this is basically the brief explanation. Obviously, there are some specific questions and answers, which you can see in this link. We have a guide of the golden visa, which will answer most of the questions you may have. I hope this video has answered some questions or have introduced what is the golden visa scenario in order to make an investment and obtain a visa in Spain. And if you have any question, I'm happy to help you, and I'm happy to have a video consultation with you. Thank you.